is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Winning isn't everything, but it's the only thing. In our business, there is no second place. Either you're first or you're last.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
And now, the W with Walls and the crew.
Good morning.
Where winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. On 100.1 FM.
Good morning.
And Facebook Live.
Morning, right back like we never left. Another Saturday morning with the W Show, Kansas City, talking sports and pop culture. If this is your first time checking us out, we greatly appreciate you. Make us a part of your Saturday morning, whether you're listening to us in your car on 100.1 FM or you're watching us on one of our social media platforms. We greatly appreciate you making us a part of your day. Leo, glad you got you joining us on the show today, man.
Thanks for the invite. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, how's your week been going?
Oh, it's been going. We've been doing a lot of work, but this is a nice change of pace, nice little break.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've been on, man.
It's been a minute, man. I think last time was a soiree a while back.
And then
I Miami, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Been fun times, man, having you on. Thank you for joining us. We also have another guest, Miss Sabrina Greenlee. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Now, you're a woman of many hats. As many of our viewers may know you, you're the mother of Chiefs wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, but you're also the CEO and founder of Smooth, a nonprofit organization that leads the way to empower women affected by perils of domestic violence. How's your stay in Kansas City been so far?
Kansas City has been amazing. So the embracing DeAndre and my family, oh my God, everybody. I tell people, I see there's no gatekeepers in Kansas.
Oh yeah.
Everybody is so friendly. So it's been amazing. Yes.
Yeah, I saw DeAndre post a picture of Gates Barbecue. No, we're fans of barbecue here in KC. Have you had a chance to get some Gates?
I have not. I'm actually going out tonight.
Okay.
Grabbing some barbecue for the first time. Now I've been here a couple of times.
Yeah.
But it's all like work, and networking and making sure, that we're seen in the city. And the city, is reciprocated the love. But tonight, I'm going finally.
Of course. Okay. I want to start off by talking about your inspiration behind starting the Smooth Foundation. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, it was inspired just because of all the domestic violence, abusive relationships that I was in, and actually just wanting to reach out to women, like-minded women, and have a safe place for them to understand that you're not alone.
Okay.
So I think that was the logic behind it, because I had been through some situations, and I wanted, what is the one thing that I didn't have, and that was a community to embrace me when I was going through.
Yeah.
And so I think that was the logic behind me, creating Smooth organization.
And when you started the organization, did you think that it would have the impact that it has actually had?
Oh, not at all. I mean, I started out just saying, you know what, I don't care if I have to be in front of one person or 1,000. Like I was ready for people to hear my story.
Yeah.
And God has, really transformed the organization and to, blossom into everything. But I had no idea that I would be in 4 states.
Wow.
With over 50 women actually ready to be hands-on and advocate for me and the domestic violence. Yeah. No way. I would never would have thought.
I know it's a big thing. Domestic violence. How has people been, receptive, to, opening up and talking within your foundation?
Well, I feel like we have to show women that someone cares, first of all. And I think when you see my story or me, standing in my truth, it gives women the courage to say, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it too.
Okay.
Amen. Totally blind, being able to get out here and move around and travel as much as I do. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, that woman is powerful. So I'm on the other side of the pain and the suffering and the tears. I'm like, empowering and showing strength.
Okay.
I want people to really see that no matter what you go through, and we will go through some stuff because people will offend, and just like someone tried to take my life, but this is what it looks like to be on the other side when you take the time to put the work in.
Beautiful. I was just gonna commend you on this foundation and let you know that you're in good company here in Kansas City. It's very philanthropical, and this is an issue that's near and dear to many people's hearts. So there's definitely opportunity to continue to make that change and that awareness and promote that from all walks of life, Black, brown, white, you name it. This doesn't discriminate. And
right.
so we're happy you're here. We're happy you're a spokesperson. And we welcome you to become more involved here, because I know there's many organizations here that do well and that want to continue to help women in that situation. It's powerful. You're doing something that's very powerful. And I hear you got a book too.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I do. I had a release July 9th of last year.
Okay.
It's called Grant Me Vision. It's a memoir about family, faith, and forgiveness. My journey of going from absolutely nothing, being broken, horrible childhood, to just really continuing to fight. And with my faith and, my 4 children, just understanding that life is going to hit you, it's going to knock you down, but just keep getting back up. And then I think it's just Grant Me Vision. I'm so excited about it because really, when women or men, anybody pick up this memoir, it's going to show them that, look at this woman, regardless of what she's been through, she made it through.
Of course.
And was able to get 4 children into college, never gave up. The redemption side was understanding that there are generational curses that can be broken.
Of course.
There is, like, when you advocate for your children, when other people are trying to put them, let's just say sports, trying to put them in classes, lower classes, just so they can be eligible for sports. And I'm going up there totally blind, fighting and advocating for my children. So many different things that we go through as parents, and just not knowing. So I put it all out there.
Yeah.
It's all on the table. So Grant Me Vision is out anywhere books are sold.
Okay.
Yes.
And you talk about being a sports mom. Just talk about that a little bit. Just being supportive in the sports realm.
Well, all of my children were very active in sports, and unfortunately, I stayed in my room for 3.5 years, totally depressed and suicidal, and allowing other people to kind of come in and take over and trusting people. So it really showed me that when you're not hands-on with your children, as a parent, things can happen. And I took all of our power back. I was like, look, this is not going to happen.
Right.
And so what I began to do was, like I said, just get up every day and fight. And then I was like, okay, like these children they're somebody, they're stars. Like, I was like, wait a minute, I've been missing out. Like everybody in our small town of Clemson is coming out to see DeAndre throw the ball. And so I was like, oh, what I've been missing out on. So I just became very, very active. And I'm telling you, it was the most rewarding thing as a mother to see your children thrive. I mean, all of them got athletic scholarships.
Of course.
So it's just, it was amazing.
And just talk keeping on the sports topic. You have an event happening at the Super Bowl. Talk about that event that you have going on. What exactly is it?
I do. It's called the Real Game Changers. And the Real Game Changers is something that I've had this vision for the last couple of years. So what I did was just think about, what is it that DeAndre had or that I did that is really needed, and that is to celebrate the village surrounding the player. Nobody's really talking about the community that surrounds the player, the athlete. And so the Real Game Changers, I'm super excited about it. I'm honoring 7 people, whether it's persons, organizations, advocates, anybody that had something to do with just surrounding the athlete. Okay. And being able to just put them and say, you know what, we're going to celebrate you, because it's not easy. And not only that, but like agencies, well, I would say agents for the athletes, and you got the financial advisors.
Right.
Yes.
There are some good people out there, right?
Yeah.
And I want to celebrate them when you do the right thing behind these athletes. And so I'm celebrating the village.
Okay.
Yeah, celebrating the village. It will be on Friday, February 7th.
Okay.
Mhm.
And how can people support that?
So you can go to smoothink.org,
Okay.
and that's with 3 O's. We just got the website up. You can go to therealgamechangers.org. So, or you can go to my page,
Okay.
my Instagram, Serena Greenlee 12. So there are ways to actually give back, and we're taking all contributions because, as you know, I want to keep this thing going from year to year.
Yeah.
You know, being able to host an event during Super Bowl week is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right. You know, but I feel like this God gave me this vision. I'm going to keep it going. So going to therealgamechangers.org, there are tabs on there where you can contribute. We want to, make sure that we keep this thing going. And not only that, but we're doing like a mixer. And
Okay.
so if you're in the New Orleans area during Super Bowl week, we're on Eventbrite.
All right.
Go to Eventbrite, go check us out.
And I have on our live stream, I put the flyer up there. And you can
Nice.
text to give the Real Game Changers.
Text to give.
Speaking on that, I really appreciate you highlighting people that are behind the scenes, because not a lot of times
Yes.
those people don't really get their flowers. What made you decide to come up with that idea?
God gave me the vision a couple of years ago, but the timing, it had to be the right timing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really close-knit with the NFLPA, and then just kind of talking to them. I've been on a couple of NFL panels.
Yeah.
Ooh. I've been on a couple of NFL panels, and just kind of seeing what was the missing link. What did they need? What do these players need? And of course, we have a lot of people, with their hands in the pot.
Of course.
There are, right?
Yeah.
But there are some people that do the right thing, and they need to be honored and celebrated.
Yeah.
So I just felt like there was a lane for an event that, because at the end of the day, that we are the real game changers.
Mhm.
The mothers,
Mhm.
the family, the village behind the player. We are the real game changers.
Yeah, that's cool, because like you never know, what people not only are going through, but they're helping other people while they're going through those things. And so that's a huge deal that you guys are doing that.
I totally understand that, each player, you got one shot at getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have so many people that will come into these guys' lives, and then they're gone.
Of course.
And they're gone, they're out of sight, money gone.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times it's just, these are the stories that people don't hear about.
Yeah.
And too afraid to talk about. But when you have a couple of people that do the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that needs to be celebrated.
Yeah, and then my grandma always told me, reason, season, or a lifetime.
Yeah, there you go.
For
There
sure.
you go. And you
For
better
sure.
understand.
Yeah.
You put them in the right category.
That's true.
If you don't.
Of course. I want to dive back into your book. You said where can people find that at?
Anywhere books are sold. Barnes and Noble. Like when I say anywhere, so I gotta it was a push by HarperCollins.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a big deal. And anywhere you can go in any bookstore, you can go online, you can go to Amazon.
Yeah.
And look up Grant Me Vision.
Okay.
There's only one book out there called Grant Me Vision, and it's mine. Let's be clear.
There we go.
I did the homework.
Yes.
Let me have your favorite quote.
Oh my God, my favorite quote, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
I love
All
that.
things,
I love
not
that.
something, not a
All
little thing,
things.
but all things. Every day we wake up, we have to understand that this life is going to throw so many things at you.
Yep.
But when you can trust God and understand that with Him all things are possible,
Mhm.
I can do all things.
Now that's Philippians 4:13. I have that actually on my wrist. I have a bracelet I have on my wrist right now. It
See,
says
look at
Philippians
that,
4:13.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. And just talk about how your faith has brought you through so many things.
My faith, the faith of a mustard seed.
Mm-hmm.
When you can literally get up and understand why you're here,
Of course.
because a lot of people can go through life and miss out on their purpose, but trusting the anointing that's behind my life, there is just no way that God wasn't present all the time.
Of course.
And so I feel like my faith is a big part of why I'm just able to get up every day, totally blind, dance, sing, command attention, speak, do whatever I want to do, but understanding the power that resides in me is through my Lord and Savior.
Okay.
And,
Beautiful.
Love
understanding that's a big part of it.
I love
But
that.
faith is, I mean, when you have faith, because having faith in a higher power and not understanding that it's not about me.
Of course.
Even before I came in here, I said, Lord, remove me. Let everything be about you. That is that's trusting in something that you can't see. That is what faith is.
Yeah, that's very timely that you say that, because we're going through a lot, climate right now in our country and so forth, and to be able to be so inspirational and break it down like that for folks that are on survival mode. What would you tell women, men that may be going through what you went through with domestic violence, and how would you tell them to keep going? Whether either they're going through it now or they've gone through it before, what would you say to them?
Hold on. As long as you are waking up every day and you're on the other side of this earth, there's a chance for you to get it right. There's a chance for someone to come into your life. You never know, and reach out to people, because you never know.
Yes.
People don't know what they don't know.
Exactly.
And when you can just knock on your neighbor's door and say, you know what, I need help. Or if you just going through things in a grocery store, I mean, you just never know who you're going to run into. God gives us angels every single day, and we sit beside them, we pass by them, and we just think that we can figure it out all on our own, and that's not true. Let someone else in, and hold on. Weeping endures for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Just hold on, and the storm won't last always. And I understand that's philosophical, but when you break it down, like when you're really, really going through something and you understand that, it feels like the walls are closing in, there's nobody there. All I'm saying is just look at my life. Look at me.
Yeah.
Being in the room for 3.5 years, only getting up to take a shower and go to the doctor. I never knew that God would give me the strength to get out and be talking to women and empowering women. But you look at that, so anything is possible. But one day at a time, just get up. All you have to do is get up, and He'll do the rest.
Love that.
That's beautiful.
Love that. Now I'm gonna put you on the spot for a second. We can't just have you come in here the day before one of the biggest games of the season.
Matchup time.
One of the biggest games of the season. How are you expecting tomorrow to go?
Of course, we're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just excited about the process. I'm going to be excited to just be in the stadium.
Okay.
I'm just going to be excited that this is our first AFC championship win.
Of course.
Right. So I'm just excited about the whole process. We are part of a dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
So just to walk in there, embrace everything with me and my family. I got my girls coming in, my family's coming in today. And I'm just excited. I don't even think that words can describe what it would feel like, to be in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So we just one day at a time, just excited for the process and embracing it and being humble enough to appreciate it.
And do you have a prediction by any chance?
Of course.
that you'd like to share with us?
Win, no matter what.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Yeah, and that's cool too, because I was in a press conference earlier this week when DeAndre was asked about just you being at the games. And he talked about not only you, but he talked about the village that he has and his support system. Talk about how important that is for you all to just be there and be so supportive.
I mean, the thing about the village is, and this is why I know it's so important to stand behind these athletes, regardless, whether you first come in or like we've been in the league 12 years, I make it a point to get up and travel to be there. Now, of course, everybody knows that I can't see him, score the touchdown or, do things, but my presence a long time ago, he said, Mama, I just want you there. So it was the importance of that. Me just being in there and then, just continuing that, like be consistent. I feel like the consistency and them knowing that someone is there, I mean, they're going to go harder. Right.
Yeah.
And so, of course, our family, I mean, we're a close knit family and we try to be there for each other. So if I'm not there, his sisters are there. But Yeah, when he said the village, that's exactly what it is. I feel like everyone needs one, but I'm excited.
Yeah,
Like,
we are too.
I can't sit here and say that I'm not excited for us to be at this place.
Yeah, and it's crazy because last year we had the early game, and this year we have the late game. So you got to sit around all day waiting on the game to happen.
The anticipation.
Yeah, for sure.
The build up. I'm ready.
All right, Miss Sabrina Greenlee, we appreciate you joining us on the show today.
Yes, go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. One more time, how can people get a hold of you and support you?
Go follow me on my Instagram, Sabrina Greenlee 12, because I'm always on there cooking, inspiring, and doing whatever. As an NFL mom, I'm really proud of that. And then you can go check out Grant Me Vision on Amazon or anywhere books are sold, and the Real Game Changers, realgamechangers.org.
Okay. That's been Miss Sabrina Greenlee. We'll be right back. This is the W Show.
You're entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC We Spin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC We Spin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC We Spin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC We Spin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Your loved ones matter the most. Take the burden away by pre-planning personal arrangements that fit you and your family perfectly. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services will be here to comfort your family and take special requests. Plan and feel confident your loved ones will be less stressed and can console each other in their time of need. We will be here when you need us at 816-231-GATE or visit kcgoldengate.com. Exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Football fans, you can't spell gate without Gates, and great tailgates start with Gates sauces and seasonings. Named synonymous with mouth-watering tailgates. When you make your list of tailgate essentials, add Gates sauces and seasonings to that list. Spice up your tailgate experience with that unmistakable great taste. Available in 4 tantalizing flavors: classic, sweet, mild, and hot. Find it at your local grocer, and if you don't see it, ask for it. Visit GatesBarbecue.com to purchase any of the great sauces and seasonings. Great tailgates start with Gates.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC We Spin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC We Spin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC We Spin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC We Spin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Your loved ones matter the most. Take the burden away by pre-planning personal arrangements that fit you and your family perfectly. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services will be here to comfort your family and take special requests. Plan and feel confident your loved ones will be less stressed and can console each other in their time of need. We will be here when you need us at 816-231-GATE or visit kcgoldengate.com. Exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Football fans, you can't spell gate without Gates, and great tailgates start with Gates sauces and seasonings. Named synonymous with mouth-watering tailgates. When you make your list of tailgate essentials, add Gates sauces and seasonings to that list. Spice up your tailgate experience with that unmistakable great taste. Available in 4 tantalizing flavors: classic, sweet, mild, and hot. Find it at your local grocer, and if you don't see it, ask for it. Visit GatesBarbecue.com to purchase any of the great sauces and seasonings. Great tailgates start with Gates.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to interact with our show. Use #TalkAboutIt, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. Let's get to today's headlines.
And now, here are the biggest sports headlines from this week. We bring them to you every Saturday morning on the W with Walls and the Crew on 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
All right, Leo, we have a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
On today's show. We
Fun
appreciate
week.
Miss Sabrina Greenlee for joining us on the show. I want to get your prediction for tomorrow. Of course, we got
From
two
the
games.
jump.
You got Washington Commanders at
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh man, that's going to be a tough game, and I mean, just the way Washington has come up, and Daniel's leading the troops. I mean, it's been awesome to watch. But I gotta give it to the Eagles, man. The Eagles look good. Jalen Hurts' decision making is on point. He plays very well against the pass rush, and I think they're ready. I mean, they're Barkley's Barkley. That's it. Like best running back in the league right now, and it's going to be hard to stop. And they developed that running game like that, and you can't beat that. You could try to limit Hurts, but I mean that's going to open up the aerial attack. And so I have the Eagles 33-24.
33-24
Yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I do.
I think Jaden Daniels, man. Sometimes you get guys, young guys and the players in the league or any sport that they're just so young that they don't know.
No,
they don't know what they don't know, right?
No, they don't.
So he doesn't know how big of a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows, but like it's never been done before.
No.
A rookie being able to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, and that's the cool thing about it is that that's going to help him.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, some people, they don't know how to act like they belong sometimes, and they get so awestruck with the game or what have you, and it doesn't go that route. But it's going to be a good game. But I think the Eagles will have the edge on this one.
Yeah.
They want to get back. They're out for revenge. They've been there. They haven't been. I think, and they're playing at home as well. I mean, it's hard to. I
didn't see what the weather is like in Philadelphia, because last week was crazy, man.
Yeah.
It was it started out as good because I was in the press conference earlier, and one of the young people were like, that they placed had a fantasy something on the game, and she's like, she had, I think, Jalen Hurts for under 20 passes.
Oh wow.
Attempts, under 20 pass attempts, and he ended up starting off with playing pretty good, and then the snow came down, so it was like a breath of fresh air. It's like, all right, I think I'm gonna go with the under, so I'm good.
Yeah. But no, both games are going to be off the chain. But this one will definitely
33 degrees tomorrow.
33,
similar to Kansas City.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
All right. Next up, the Buffalo Bills at Chiefs. This is one of the ones that I think a lot of people wanted to see Baltimore, but I feel like the better matchup for the Chiefs would have been Buffalo.
No, Buffalo. Man, this is one for the books. I mean, we've seen it over and over again. It's a different level when we get to the playoffs. We saw what the Bills are capable of during the season, but you got two of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and it's going to be tough. I think it's going to go down to limiting the turnovers. That's for sure.
Yep.
It's going to be a barn burner. It's. I mean, both teams have good defenses, but it's still going to be a high scoring game in my opinion, because that's how good. And I think Travis is going to step up again. This is where he shines. Him and Patrick, and he is going to step up, and he's going to have a great game. And we have other weapons too. We have Worthy that'll step up, I think. D-Hop. I mean, it's just, we have so many weapons. It's hard to bet against us. Yeah. And I almost want to compare it to Mayweather. I remember being in Vegas back when Floyd Mayweather was fighting. You never want to bet against Mayweather.
It's true.
It's like you don't want to bet against the Chiefs, because even though I think the Bills can make it close, and it'll probably be down to a field goal, it's hard to bet against the Chiefs, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
we're
true.
at that level now. I remember one time I was coming back from, I think it might have been an Ortiz fight with Mayweather. And, I was supporting my boy. He's from Garden City, where I'm from.
Yeah.
And I was leaving, I was getting on a flight, and lady's like, let me guess. You bet against Mayweather. I was like, oh, dang. I kind of, took the underdog and thought maybe just. She's like, you never bet against Mayweather. And that's how the Chiefs are becoming, to where it could be close, but we're always kind of pulling it out. And we've been there. We're at home.
Yeah,
we're at home. That's a huge deal. So that, along with our talent and the whole destiny, I mean, it's hard to bet against the Chiefs. So I'm gonna put it out there as well. I mean, probably 35-32.
Ooh.
3-point game.
I said it was going to be a race to 30. And, I was watching, they had the TVs on at Arrowhead earlier this week, man. And they had the 2021 Buffalo Bills Chiefs divisional game on. And some of the media members were looking at the game, and we're like, none of those guys from that game are playing in this game. Like, we're talking just from the Chiefs side of things. And some on Buffalo as well. Just looked at their offense that they had at that time. I mean, they had Tyreek. They had they still had Travis. They didn't have Kareem. They didn't have, any of these new guys that they have now. And the thing about it made it so significant was that they're still here.
Yeah.
And even though they may have lost in the regular season, which that happens, but you just think about if you put Buffalo Bills, depth chart up against the Chiefs depth chart, the Chiefs on paper far exceeds what Buffalo their depth chart is.
No, and that's key. That's key. And everyone, always talking just about the quarterback matchups, but it's the defense, man. We have a healthy defense. I think taking out those couple of weeks or almost 3 weeks helped to get everyone healthy again. Everyone's fired up. Everyone's fired up, and I know the whole three-peat thing, but I think I have never seen this team so focused, where they're still focusing day by day, game by game, until we're there. And so again, you're gonna have a aerial display on the quarterbacks and so forth, but I think the key as well is just to limit the running game as far as the quarterbacks, because we saw what Allen did the last time we played. We know Patrick has a skill set as well to make that extra run when it's 3rd and 4 and we need those extra yards. He's going to run to make it work, or when it's 4th down and 20. I mean, you name it. These two quarterbacks are not only going to carry the team on the back, but they're going to make whichever team can stop the quarterback from running, because we both got a running game too.
Of course.
I mean, that's going to be key. And again, I'll go back to turnovers as well. And one thing, Steve, that I know that we've gotten lucky, I'd say, as far as the Chiefs, is some of the games that we've won this year. It's been off of field goals. Making sure it could be low scoring games or what have you, but when we get to the red zone, we need to score touchdowns,
right?
Because we can't afford to do that against a team like Buffalo Bills, and vice versa. They can't either. So that's the way it's when both teams get in the red zone, they got to come correct and they got to score a touchdown. We can't just rely on field goals for this type of matchup, because every point counts. I mean, Buffalo saw that last week with Baltimore.
They did.
Those 2 points right there. I mean, every kick, but you got to score that touchdown, man. This is game time. This is going to be in my opinion, it'll be like the game of the year. We have a history of having some pretty great games. There's a 13-second one or what have you. So it's going to live up to the hype, I believe. But the Buffalo Bills are not going to go down easy.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. I mean, you think about it's at home, like you said, and I was listening to, I can't remember which show it was, and someone talked about, Josh Allen trying to put the team on his back, and there's always that comparison, Mahomes, Allen, whichever one you want. We know he's up for MVP. And those votes are already in, but like and this is what happens with a lot of quarterbacks when they try to play Patrick Mahomes. They want to keep up and compete. if that happens tomorrow, because Buffalo doesn't have the talent that he used to with Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, those guys. Now Shakir's good. Of course, you still got Dawson Knox and those guys. But if you try to go tit for tat with Patrick and be the man, you're gonna lose.
It's not gonna work. And I think people know that. People know that, and People always say, oh, whoever has the ball last is going to win. But with Patrick and the solid squad that we have so many weapons. You could put 2 or 3 guys on Kels, and people are going to be open. And we're going to do what we got to do to get to that level. And I think it's not the hype. I mean, we're here, and we may have not had the, we lost, or not we lost. We won some games very closely. We didn't really blow a lot of people out. But you know what? I think we're peaking at the right time, and people are healthy. Our defense is healthy, and that's, as we know, that's what wins championships, man. So you got a solid defense, and the offense will take care of itself. I'm not worried about that. But we're coming hard with the defense.
Man, moving on to a Connecticut lawmaker, man. He introduces a bill that would legalize sports betting on flights from state to state.
Oh man, that's gonna open it up.
Yeah. So it's a bill in Kentucky. In Connecticut, has been introduced that would allow sports gambling on flights that are set to depart or arrive in the state, despite all the other states' laws on sports betting.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's getting to that point where it's going to be nationally. States are coming up left and right. So it's just a matter of time, and so it doesn't surprise me. I think it's coming fairly quickly, but it's going to open it up, and it's. Not everyone's doing it, but it's becoming just more the norm now. So that's states are starting to wake up, and they know that it does bring in revenue and so forth. We just got to make sure that that revenue it goes back to those states, and it's distributed equally. I think that's what may have happened. That's what may have happened. I know Kansas got it, did it real quick and so forth, but it probably could have been done a little better. And I think that's why even it passed in Missouri, and it probably won't happen till the end of the year, maybe.
I think it's July.
Yeah, July. That's the hope. But again, I just caution that make sure everything's on point, and make sure that the revenue split and so forth. So it does go back to where the needs are and the revenue, as opposed to where the money's being made, on the casinos, because they're going to bank regardless.
Right.
But yeah, that's interesting. On flights now, wow. Yeah, first it was on boats, now it's on flights.
But the crazy thing about it is, so let's just say you're betting in Connecticut, right? And you're not from there, you're just visiting, and you hop on a flight, like, oh, I'm gonna make a wager. You have to go back to, or they have to figure it out, because you got to go back to the state if you win to connect your winnings. Yeah. That's why it has, when you pull up the app, it'll ask you where you are. Let's say Kansas. Well, if I bet in Kansas and I go to Florida or Missouri, I can't get my my winnings until I go back to the state that I won in.
No, it's complicated, but it's you got to do if you want to make that, and you're willing to risk that, then you do have to go back to it. And think about it. That's kind of how Vegas started. You could put place a bet there, but you have to collect there. You can't do it off your apps like we do it here.
Yeah. All right. LeBron James is his manager reportedly advising $5 billion upstart to rival the NBA. So Mav Carter, LeBron James' longtime business manager, is advising investors aiming to launch a global basketball league to rival NBA, according to reports at Front Office Sports and Bloomberg. So the group is seeking $5 billion, the big B, not the little one. Wow. from private equity funds to sovereign wealth funds to and wealthy individuals. So they're trying to get a little bit of money together to start up this league.
Yeah, well, globally, it's possible. The popularity of the game has exceeded, the U.S. I think the NBA is still pretty strong, and it will be. And as it continues to get the influx of European players and so forth, it's going to continue to be the league. This is a big move, and $5 billion is no joke.
Yeah.
But if you want to compete and you want to bring it like that, it's going to have to take a lot more investors. It's going to take a lot more buy-in. But it's worth a shot. I just don't know with the NBA. You got TV rights. It's up there with the NFL, and so to just go ahead and start a league like that, that's it's a big undertaking. But if you have the right people in the mix with the investors and the market that's there, it's a possibility. What do you think?
I think LeBron is looking for something.
Yeah. Right? Oh yeah. No, he's looking. I thought it was just acting.
Yeah.
But he's can do some investing, and he's got the name behind it.
And here's the thing. I think he's if he's able to raise $5 billion, let's just say he can raise it and not have to use his own money, I think he's going to parlay that into an actual NBA franchise.
Yeah.
And not worry about the global thing. He's like, I raised this money. How about I just retire now and get a team?
Yeah.
So
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And that's it's an investment. It's this global league is more of a risk.
Yeah.
And he's got the juice, and he's in LA.
Yep.
That's part of the reason he's there. He's had access to that kind of those kind of funds. And I wouldn't doubt if he, followed in Magic's footsteps or Jordan's footsteps, where he is a part of a franchise. And again, I mean, we need one here.
Yeah.
So
sure.
you just whether it's KC or whether
I think he's going to Vegas.
Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah. We've seen how everything's blown up.
Yeah.
I was there doing some work with the NFL when the Chiefs were, or the Chiefs, the Raiders were on their way from Oakland to Vegas, and the Knights were coming up. Their hockey team.
Yeah.
And
big deal.
The city was gangbusters, and everyone warned, just wait till the Raiders get here. And you see the kind of influx and what's gone down with that. Have an NBA franchise there, we just take it to the next level, and they're ready.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll have Mr. Dennis Powell, who's joining us. He's the executive director of our community partner, the Soul of Santa Do Good Foundation. This is the W Show. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC WeSpin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC WeSpin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC WeSpin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC WeSpin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Your loved ones matter the most. Take the burden away by pre-planning personal arrangements that fit you and your family perfectly. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services will be here to comfort your family and take special requests. Plan and feel confident your loved ones will be less stressed and can console each other in their time of need. We will be here when you need us at 816-231-GATE or visit kcgoldengate.com. Exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Football fans, you can't spell gate without Gates, and great tailgates start with Gates sauces and seasonings. Named synonymous with mouth-watering tailgates. When you make your list of tailgate essentials, add Gates sauces and seasonings to that list. Spice up your tailgate experience with that unmistakable great taste. Available in 4 tantalizing flavors: classic, sweet, mild, and hot. Find it at your local grocer, and if you don't see it, ask for it. Visit GatesBarbecue.com to purchase any of the great sauces and seasonings. Great tailgates start with Gates.
Hey guys, this is Steve Walls here at the Sideline Sports Talk Network studios. I'm here with Ms. Gwen Goins, sales manager at CMG Home Loans. Talk about, first of all, exactly what is CMG?
CMG Home Loans is a mortgage company. We specialize in getting it done, from your regular conventional to your FHA to your government loans. We do it all. What sets us apart is we have a philosophy of every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. Okay. So our goal is to get you financed, to purchase a home, to refinance a home. We have all types of programs and just to help get it done.
How would someone that's interested in getting more information about CMG Home Loans get in contact with you?
It's GGOINS@cmghomeloans.com. Or you can always call me, 765-274-6366 is my cell phone. And then I have an office phone too that rings to my cell phone anyway, so cell phone's the best way.
Into the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. on 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Back in on the W Show, talking sports and pop culture. We appreciate you guys for hanging with us today on this Saturday. It's the weather has been much better than it has been.
Oh yes,
these past few days.
Didn't have to wear a heavy jacket today, man.
I know.
Sun's out. Sun's out, guns out. So.
Not quite.
Not yet, right?
Not quite. Our next guest on the show, Mr. Dennis Powell. He's the executive director of our community partner, the Solar Santa Do Good Foundation. Dennis, we appreciate you joining us on the show, man.
Oh, man, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, talk about the Solar Santa and the Do Good Foundation, man. Just talk about the inception and how it started.
Yeah, very unique story. So my father-in-law, Tucker Lott, who's the founder, about 30 years ago, came up with the Solar Santa brand itself.
Mm-hmm.
It was a divine inspiration while he was driving. And so initially it was a way to create a diverse representation during the holiday season. He came from a large family on the East Coast that was, we'll consider poor, didn't have, the best gifts and hand-me-down trees, things like that. So anyway, he wanted to give back. And so 2019, as far as we can find, we did the first official tree lighting ceremony on 18th of Pine. Steve and his organization helped out as well. And so it grew from there. We started the Do Good Foundation in 2020 during the pandemic. And then we decided to really focus on who we were going to assist. So we, by, again, inspiration from my sister-in-law, Aria Lott, who is no longer with us, we decided to assist individuals with disabilities that require lower levels of support just to help them experience the fullness of life.
It's awesome.
Yeah, you guys are. I know one of your mottos is help support 365. Yep. Just talk about that and the support that you guys do provide to folks.
Yeah, absolutely. Do Good 365 is our motto. And so I'm the only one on staff, but we do have some programming that we do year round. So we have a flagship program in honor of Aria now called the Aria Camille Empowerment Program. That comes with a scholarship or a grant. It also comes with mentorship, both personally. So I mentor them on personal development and then professional. So whatever field they're looking to enter, we find them an established person in that field. They also get wraparound services. We provided, equipment for photographers and videographers, clothing, food, whatever they may be. We also have our Letters of Santa program. So people can go on our website or they can reach out directly and ask for assistance. Through that, we've given out now 8 vehicles.
Wow.
We've helped pay for utility bills, AC repairs, things like that. And then we have our food distribution we do each month. So a church right off of Eastwood Trackway in 435, we give out about 20 to 25,000 pounds of food each month. Also our pantry on Wednesday evenings. And then we have original children's books that we've written. So we go to schools, churches, organizations, read the book and give out books or toys or, snacks, whatever it may be. So that's called It's Never Not Christmas.
You mentioned Mr. Lott, man. He's becoming definitely a staple in the community, man. Just talk about Mr. Lott, man, and what you know about how it got started.
Yeah. So again, like I said, it's my father-in-law. So I have started off as my mentor. Ironically, before I even met his daughter, I met him. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he would tell me about her, and he was like, "Yeah, you should meet this." I was like, "I don't know. I don't like to be hooked up." But anyway, so Tucker, he's a genuine person that really loves to give back. Like I said, he grew up without a lot, and so when he was able to achieve some means, he decided to give back. So he doesn't just accumulate; he continues to give back, and he believes that the more you give, the more you get back. Yep. And so he'll be 75 this year, but if you met him, you would think he was younger, full of energy. And so he, like I said, he tries to mentor, but he also likes to help fund people's dreams. And so, like I said, that's really how our organization is set up. So we have a young guy named Terrence that we help. That when we first met him, he was working retail jobs. He due to his disability can't drive, so he's taking a bus hours to make $10-12 an hour, but he really wanted to be a school teacher. And so we help provide equipment, laptop, internet. He was able to study, get a certification to be a teacher. And so, like I said, that's who Tucker is. And so our foundation is really a mirror of who he is as a person.
No, Dennis, I just want to commend you, man, for all the work that you've been doing in the community and you haven't been around that long.
Yeah.
And the impact that you've had and the lives that you've changed are to be celebrated. And I just want to ask, do you have other collaborative partners that you work with? How are you able to get the revenue to be able to give back?
So great question. So we're primarily self-funded. So Tucker has a business that he runs with a partner. And so most of the work that we do is actually a donation from this business. But we do have some partners that we work with. Always looking for more community partners. But, we've established relationships with Marlene's Kaleidoscope, ran by Latanya Lipperin, who assists people with lupus. We've gotten support from United Way, other community, corporate partners that have assisted us. But like I said, Steve and his organization, when we first started, were a big part of what we do. They helped us with our breakfast concept that we have, that we still do, and it's grown from there. So always looking for people that want to help us move the mission forward.
How can other people that are listening and are watching right now able to contribute and to keep that moving? Because again, when I say I commend you, I mean it from the bottom of my heart, because there's other organizations that want to get to where you're at. And so how can we keep that how can we keep moving?
Absolutely. So our website is thesoulofsanta.org. So if you go on there, you can sign up to volunteer. You can learn more about, we have more programs as well. I kind of did a high level, but you can learn more about what we do. You can also give on there. We have a donate page. We have some merchandise if you want to look fresh and support that way as well. You can do that. thesoulofsanta.org. And then you can email us. My information is on there. If you do contact us, it'll send me a notification. Like I said, always looking for partners in the movement.
Sounds good.
And then you're a Kansas City man. Talk about the game on Sunday.
I'm not gonna let you leave without that. You know that, right?
So my score prediction is 27-17 Chiefs.
Really?
I think the Bills are gonna try to control the clock. We know that their running game is their bread and butter. They don't have the best skill position at wide receiver and things like that. But I think their defense is banged up. I think the Chiefs are gonna, pull away in the second half. That's my prediction.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you just think about the first game that they played this year. I mean, the only Chiefs loss of the season, and you didn't have Pacheco, you didn't have Hollywood Brown available, and a bunch of people that just weren't available for that game, and so people would say, "Oh, well, the Bills got this person was out, now they got this person." Right. I'm like, you guys understand? On paper, the Chiefs should not ever have to punt.
Nah. I mean, Kelsey is a different Kelsey now. He
is.
Xavier Worthy is more integrated in the offense. He's more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think they pull away, man. I think it'll be, initially it'll be tight. Playoff game, all that good stuff. But I think they'll pull away.
Well, how critical you think it is for the Chiefs to get a good start? Because I know we have a tendency sometimes to get a little late start and really kind of push into overdrive come second half. But how critical is that? Even though we're at home.
I wouldn't say it's critical.
Okay.
I think the Bills are gonna come.
That's good.
I think the Bills are gonna come out with some energy.
Yeah.
But I think just like when there's a college team that's overmatched, and then you start to see it as the game goes on. I think it's gonna be like that.
Okay.
All right, so Dennis, we appreciate you coming on the show today, man. Tell people again how they can support the Do Good Foundation.
Yeah. Again, our website is thesoulofsanta.org. Like I said, go check out what we're doing. We're doing a lot of great stuff, and we're always looking for more support. We did an ice skating rink this year on 2000 Vine. So we're adding things as we continue to grow. And like I said, always looking for more help as I'm the only one on staff. So thesoulofsanta.org.
Awesome. All right, it's Dennis Powell, the executive director of our community partner, the Soul of Santa Do Good Foundation. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back. This is the W Show.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing on 100.1 FM.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC WeSpin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC WeSpin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC WeSpin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC WeSpin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Your loved ones matter the most. Take the burden away by pre-planning personal arrangements that fit you and your family perfectly. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services will be here to comfort your family and take special requests. Plan and feel confident your loved ones will be less stressed and can console each other in their time of need. We will be here when you need us at 816-231-GATE or visit kcgoldengate.com, exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Football fans, you can't spell gate without Gates, and great tailgates start with Gates sauces and seasonings. Named synonymous with mouth-watering tailgates. When you make your list of tailgate essentials, add Gates sauces and seasonings to that list. Spice up your tailgate experience with that unmistakable great taste. Available in 4 tantalizing flavors. Classic, sweet, mild, and hot. Find it at your local grocer, and if you don't see it, ask for it. Visit GatesBarbecue.com to purchase any of the great sauces and seasonings. Great tailgates start with Gates.
Hey guys, this is Steve Walls here at the Sideline Sports Talk Network studios. I'm here with Ms. Gwen Goins, sales manager at CMG Home Loans. Talk about, first of all, exactly what is CMG?
CMG Home Loans is a mortgage company. We specialize in getting it done, from your regular conventional to your FHA to your government loans. We do it all. What sets us apart is we have a philosophy of every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. Okay. So our goal is to get you financed, to purchase a home, to refinance a home. We have all types of programs and just to help get it done.
How would someone that's interested in getting more information about CMG Home Loans get in contact with you?
It's GGOINS@cmghomeloans.com. Or you can always call me, 765-274-6366 is my cell phone. And then I have an office phone too that rings to my cell phone anyway, so cell phone's the best way.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Back in on the W show. Oh, you like that?
Jamming, man. I'm feeling it. Let's go.
We're here inside of the Sideline Sports Talk Network studios. Day before of a big game. Leo, it's almost, what is it, about 24 hours, I think? A little bit over 24 hours.
A little over 24 hours, maybe about 28. We're ready, man. We're ready. We're excited. Vamos Chiefs, can't go wrong. Let's go, man. It's go time. We've been waiting for this. It's exciting, man, because we're going to get some real primetime entertainment, a primetime slot, and the world is watching, bro.
For sure.
Like, it's not just KC. It's national. It's global. And it's a beautiful thing to have to see Mahomes jerseys, Kelsey jerseys all over the world, man. So it's a good thing, man. And we're excited, and we just got to pull through and just do what we do.
Yeah, and real quick, talk about your work at the Guadalupe Centers, man. How can people support you?
Thanks, Steve. I'm the Chief Community Officer for the Guadalupe Centers, and we do a lot of great work. We do some youth development. We do work with our seniors, workforce development, advocacy, you name it, we do it. GuadalupeCenters.com. You go to our social media as well. We're there. We have 4 major events throughout the year. We have our Cinco de Mayo coming up on the west side. We have a golf tournament that we do. We have Dia de los Muertos, and we have our Black Tie Gala in the fall. So, yeah, I'd love to share some of that information with everyone and see how y'all can get involved. And I'm all about collaboration and partnership.
Sure. So,
having our guests on today, there's definitely a lot of synergy there. And so we're all about community impact, all of us. And, let's do it, man. Let's work together and we got some good stuff going on. And I'll be happy to share and come on anytime you need me.
Heck yeah. We appreciate everyone who joined in on today's show. Thank you for all of our guests who came by today. Appreciate you for hanging out with me today, Leo.
Appreciate it anytime. It's fun.
Yeah. If you guys want to catch a rewind of today's show, remember 100.1 FM on Mondays. Until next week, we are before we go, catch myself and Darren Smith on our pregame show tomorrow, 1 hour before the game. So till next week, we are out of here.
Adios.
The views and opinions expressed of the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundation, or affiliates.
You tried everything.